When your dog walks to their water bowl, sniffs it, and then walks away without drinking, do you actually know what that means? Most people assume the obvious. Maybe your dog just isn't thirsty. Maybe they'll drink later. But behind that simple moment, there's something deeper that most owners miss. It's one of the most vulnerable things your dog does every single day. And if you misunderstand it, which most owners do, you might be sending a signal that quietly breaks your dog's sense of safety and trust. Let's start with what that water bowl moment really means. It's not about thirst. Have you ever noticed this? Your dog walks up to the water bowl, looks at it, maybe sniffs it, and then walks away without taking a single sip. Most people think it's simple. They assume the dog just isn't thirsty. But here's what's actually happening. For dogs, drinking water isn't just about hydration. It's about safety. In the wild, animals are most vulnerable when they drink. Their head goes down. Their awareness drops. They can't easily see threats. So every time your dog lowers their head to a water bowl, their brain is asking a quiet question. Is this place safe enough for me to be vulnerable? Think about that for a second. Your dog isn't just drinking. They're trusting the environment you've created. And here's where it gets even more important. If the bowl is in the wrong place, if it smells strange, if something about it feels wrong, your dog may choose caution over thirst. And by the way, if your dog ever paws at the bowl or moves it slightly before drinking, don't brush it off. We'll come back to that later, and what it means surprises most owners. Your dog's brain is scanning the bowl. Here's what most people don't realize. Dogs don't just see their water bowl, they analyze it. A 2018 study from the University of Bristol on domestic dog behavior found that dogs are highly sensitive to subtle environmental changes around food and water sources. Even small differences in smell, sound, or reflection can affect whether they feel safe drinking. Here's what's actually happening. When your dog approaches the bowl, their brain runs a quick checklist. Does the water smell clean? Is the surface reflecting light strangely? Is there noise from the bowl touching the floor? To you, these things feel invisible. To your dog, they're loud signals. Animal cognition research shows dogs rely heavily on sensory information when deciding whether to drink, which means something as simple as stale water, a metal bowl smell, or a noisy tile floor can change how safe your dog feels. And emotionally, this matters more than most people think. Because when your dog hesitates at the bowl, they're not being picky. They're trying to protect themselves. And when you quietly adjust those things, you're telling your dog something powerful. You're safe here. The Bersurist. 3. The invisible scent. Territory. Now, here's something even more fascinating. Your dog's water bowl isn't just a place to drink. It's part of their scent world. Dogs communicate through scent constantly. Tiny scent glands around their mouth and paws leave invisible chemical messages behind. So when your dog drinks from a bowl repeatedly, something subtle happens. They begin to mark that space as part of their territory. But not territory in the aggressive sense. Family territory. Behavioral scientists have observed that dogs feel more comfortable using resources that carry familiar scent markers, which means the water bowl slowly becomes something more personal. It becomes a place that smells like them. And like you. Think about that for a second. Every sip your dog takes reinforces the feeling that this home is theirs, that they belong here. And when that scent pattern changes, new bowl, strong soap smell, or sudden relocation, your dog notices immediately. Here's where it gets even more powerful. When your dog drinks comfortably in your home, they're accepting it as safe, packed territory. They're saying, in their own quiet way, "This is my place." And hey, if this makes sense to you, hit like and subscribe. It helps us reach more dogs lovers who actually want to understand what their dogs is really saying. To understand this behavior fully, we have to go back thousands of years, long before your dog slept on a couch or followed you around the house. Their ancestors lived in the wild. Wolves and early dogs learned a critical survival rule. Water sources are dangerous places. Predators wait near rivers. Rival animals guard access points. So, wild dogs developed a habit. They drink only when they feel protected, usually when pack members stand nearby, watching for danger. Here's what most people don't realize. Your dog still carries that instinct. But the pack they rely on now is you. When your dog drinks comfortably while you're nearby, something ancient is happening. Their brain reads your presence the same way wolves read their pack. Protection, security, safety. Think about that for a second. Your quiet presence near the bowl tells your dog something powerful without a single word. I've got you. And that instinct hasn't disappeared just because your dog lives indoors. It's still there. Quiet, ancient, watching, 5. They don't trust. Every bowl. Have you ever noticed something strange? Your dog drinks happily at home, but refuses water somewhere else. Maybe at a friend's house, maybe on a walk, maybe even from a brand new bowl. Most people assume it's stubbornness, but here's what's actually happening. Dogs don't treat every water source the same. Studies on domestic dogs reveal that they prefer familiar resource locations connected to trusted environments, which means the bowl itself isn't the important part. The environment is. Your home carries familiar sounds, smells, and routines. Your dog knows the territory. They know you're there. But new places don't offer that same emotional security. And this is where the bond becomes clear. Because when your dog finally chooses to drink somewhere unfamiliar while you're nearby, they're not trusting the place. They're trusting you. And that's a powerful shift. So, the next time your dog walks up to their water bowl and lowers their head to drink, remember the question we started with. What does that moment really mean? It's not just thirst, it's trust. Your dog is choosing to become vulnerable in your home, choosing to believe the environment you've created is safe enough for them to relax. That's not a simple habit. That's a quiet act of devotion. And that water bowl moment, something that seems so small to us, was never small to them. And it shouldn't be small to you either.